Hey there. So here's another one of my favorite games. It's a roguelite. Not quite as crazy over it as I am Fights in Tight Spaces. It's very similar. It has more elements that are closer to, say, Slay the Spire. It doesn't have the turn-based, like the movement location to it. But as you go through runs, you get rewarded with more things. The game becomes easier over time, and more things unlock. It is more story driven. You play as a character who's on a specific goal. There are 3 different campaigns. Each one's different. I'll just kind of show you what's going on. So I'm going to start a new run. But there's 3 different characters: Sail, Rook, and Smith. I've got 72 hours in this game on Steam, and I haven't unlocked everything. There's a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to start a Sail run as she is the main character. In the first game, which is unlocked, or that you start unlocked, and it's a story of revenge. I have played enough that I have the final Prestige unlocked. I'm gonna play on Prestige 4, which is a little difficult, but I'm gonna use all my perks and advantages. I have all the outfits. I have. Let's talk about the decks. The big difference in this game is that you have 2 decks. You have a negotiation deck and a battle deck. As you progress, you'll do each kind of combat. You typically will negotiate, and then when things go bad, you'll fight. Or if you run into monsters in the overworld, you'll end up fighting them. The deck starts with a set number of cards. Each card has an experience level on it that will allow you to upgrade it. And there's different upgrades. You will only get 2, but for example, Deflection has 5 different or 6 different ways to 5 ways to upgrade, but you'll only be given the option of 2 to upgrade it. So it won't always upgrade the way that you want it to. With the battle deck, it's the same way. You have 2 cards that are unique to the character that'll do one of 2 different things, and when you upgrade this card, it will focus on one of those paths, which will allow you to kind of customize your deck the way you want it to based on the cards that you've gotten. I'm playing with some perks that give me bonus XP, so my decks are going to be starting out strong. And I'm going to have people like me, and we'll get into that in a second. So I'm going to start the game. And it's got the story. We're going to skip through that. There's a lot of talking and stuff. I get a bonus at the beginning of the game. I can either upgrade a card, or I can get 2 health and 2 resolve, or I can get consumable items. I'm going to get the bonus. Okay, so then there's a bunch of story, so I can ask about characters, and this tells me all the lore. I'm just going to scroll through this really quick, because this is all like world building, but anything that has this exclamation point icon down here will actually move the story for you. When I click on a character, so I don't even know how to kill fish, but this is what happens if I do. And she gives me a boon that I gain 2 max health and 2 resolve. So the other thing too, let's see where my characters are. It's been a while since I've looked at all this. Anyway, let's get some work. I'll remember it in a second. So here's the overworld map, and I have it's kind of, I don't want to say smoke and mirrors, but instead of just being a linear path like Fights in Tight Spaces was, the overworld map kind of takes the place. But here are my options. I can have a single quest, a negotiation quest with difficulty 1, a battle quest with difficulty 1, and another negotiation quest with difficulty 1. And it's got my rewards. So start up here. I get a card to help. I get to upgrade a card when I complete it. I get 50 shills, which is the currency, and I get metal, which is another currency. This one gives me a bonus, 55 shills, and this one gives me, I can remove a card from my deck, is one of the rewards. That's kind of powerful. Also, here's my 2 decks. I have these tell me how I can upgrade, so I'm just going to upgrade my cards already. Destroying a card will remove it from your deck completely. Expending a card will take it out of your deck for the duration of that. I typically want to destroy a lot of the cards in my deck. Expend is the one. Yeah. So that I thin my deck out, as opposed to having a big deck. You kind of really want to have a small deck. So pretty much any effect early on that says destroy, I want to take, because it allows me to customize my deck more effectively. feel like one of these cards is leaving. Oh, I got really lucky. And then I have 2 cards that I can't upgrade because I need 1 experience and 2 experience. But I don't know how I'm going to do that. Not yet. And I'll go into what these effects mean when I actually get into combat. Looking for some more destroys. Discard a card. Let's try that kind of build. The thing with this game, too, is that because there's the 2 decks, and I learned early, this is a game that took me a little while to get into, that you have to build both decks. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to play combat, or I'm going to play negotiation. You have to balance them out, because if you don't, you're going to lose. It's simple as that. So here's a random event. I'm interrupted by a Spark Baron, which is one of the factions. Let's see. So my options are, and he talks. So he's being attacked by wild animals. I can help him. I can leave, which will make him dislike me. I can wait and see how it ends, and I can click on him. So if he dies, this is what he gives you. So if I kill him, which is not an option right now, if I become good friends with him, he will give me a random item every morning. And I don't know what his negative is. I haven't ever pissed him off that much, but we're not going to do that today. We're gonna fight. So here's how the combat works. So I have my 5 cards. I'm going to be drawing next turn. I have 3 actions in a turn. This is great because it lets me destroy some of my cards. Where we're going, I'm going to take 3 damage. He's going to take 3 damage. The enemies have their life bar, but they also have a panic meter that when this hits, they'll run away. So I only need to realistically do 14 damage to them. These are the 2 abilities for my 1 card. I don't have anything that uses combo yet. Bleed is the damage over time. I just wanted to play that to get some experience. So, and these things also had a defense, but when I started attacking them, I like to heal. Oh, this card isn't random. That's kind of cool. I like to heal because I'm going to take 3 damage, and it's one of those games where I don't want to take damage, but in combat, you kind of have to. There's really no way around it. And this Fight Dirty. Improvise lets me get a card from my deck at random, or creates a card. So, again, just want to play it to get the experience. Impair lowers his attack. Oh, so I'm going to heal myself. Whoop. And I'm going to hit further. Say, unlike most roguelike, you do random values of damage, which is kind of upsetting sometimes, but it is what it is. I'll destroy that card. Play that, so that's going to advance when I get out of combat here. Stabby stab him. And end the turn. My companion, who's wounded, did his thing and killed it. Okay, so I have 1 battle. I get resolve back. I get a new card, Mandible, because we actually killed one of these things rather than let it escape. I got some metal. I can upgrade Sales Daggers. So I'll either get... This is the combo method or the bleed method is how I want to go. It always upgrades to these 2 versions. I don't even know what I want to do yet. Let's go with... Well, hold on. Let's wait and see. What was my card reward? So... Draw 2 cards, gain combo equal or combined cost. Gain combo equal damage. Dealt by this card, discard a card. And these are cards that I haven't picked before or that I pass on frequently because I get a bonus if I take them, which means that I don't usually take them. Let's take Bedlam. That seems kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going a discard path. I don't know which way to go. We'll go combo. I don't necessarily need to make the decision now, but... So, okay, so here's the option. So if I let him go without asking for a benefit, he'll love me. And if I ask for payment, he'll give me some money, but he won't. I like it when people love me. Feel free to like this video. Leave a comment. Let me know that you love me. I'm just going to right-click and go with this. So I saved their life, so now he gives me a random item card every morning. So the game is played over 5 days, so I will be getting 4 rewards from him. Okay, now back to my quest that I was trying to get to. Thanks. Okay, so we're at a bar. So here he is. So I can talk to him, and that's kind of cool. It might come into play. Here's the guard. He's the guy who's giving me the quest. And here's the bartender. This person likes me. So my options are to buy stuff from him. But I could also give him 150 shills. I have 155. And he'll love me, which will give me a social boon, which whenever I use a drink to restore resolve, it will restore health. I'm not going to do that just yet, but that's kind of funny. Or it's cool, that, like, one of the things. If the guards love you, you can actually have them eject people from the bar, which changes the results of some of the combat or on whether they get helped. But for now, we're just going to take his mission. I came here for this. I'm definitely going to accept. So I get a card. You can tell that I don't like good impression because it's a 50. I'm going to decline and just get 30 shills. Okay. So now I'm going to open the map. I'm going to... Now the other ones are gone. I'm going to go to the location for that event. That mission. Looks like the exact same bar. I think it is. Yeah. So. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so she has to take the summons. We're kind of missing what the mission was, but whatever. So I have a negotiation battle, and since the bartender likes me, Rux, he's going to help me. So here's how this works. Like, you wanna be served in my bar? Better listen up. So this form of combat, the negotiation combat, I'm trying to destroy their core argument, and this is my core argument. If I die in a negotiation, I don't lose the game, I just lose the argument, in most cases. Here's what's going on. On her turn, she's going to have two actions that are doing damage to my arguments, my core argument and my other argument. And she also has an argument, this bounty, it will remove a random intent from her if I destroy it. So, I'm going to play Sales Instincts because I want to get it powered up. Influence does other effects, like this one will gain me an influence. So that goes away, one of her intents goes away. So now she's going to be doing 1 damage, and I've got 1 shield. Seems okay. Got 1 power left. Just do 6, destroy that. And my turn. And there's her action, doing 1 to me. Whenever I shuffle my deck, she gains a stack of impatience. That's also pretty cool. Oh, bait. Bait will put an argument around mine that'll take the damage, so it'll take the hit. I think I'm just going to win here, though, because I'm going to use these Thread and Clarities to blow her up. This doesn't happen too often. This game starts out pretty easy. So, I restore some health, I gain some metal. Sales Instincts increases. My deck is really thin. It's 7 cards, and it's going to be 6 once I get to this Clarity Fast Talk. I like going the hostile method, because dominance makes your cards do more damage. We'll see what I get. I kind of went the wrong way. Oh well. I don't want any of these cards. My deck's going to be pretty funny for a little while. Okay. I guess I was supposed to kill her with that card. I wasn't really paying attention. So now I have to force her to take the summons. And she dislikes me for that. What's going to happen? Status effect will be applied. Well, she's not attacking me, so the counter doesn't do anything. Let's hit her with a Bedlam. Boom. Oh, the other thing with the game too, also, is that I can play the cards that require me to discard a card if I don't have a card. It's not you need to do it like in some other games. Oh, and so this is what I got from killing the insect. It's destroy after 3 uses. I don't want to take 7 damage. I'll take 4 though, or 3. I say this does go faster once you get better cards. It does take a while though. Oh, she's actually dying pretty quick. I just need to do 11 more. In my turn, I take 2 damage. So I kind of want to buff up a little. So I'm going to take some damage, take a little bit more damage. And that should do it. Boom. Okay, so now I have the option of killing her. That's not part of the mission. If I beat her, I get the makeshift dagger. I have both her boon and her bane. I've made her both my enemy and my friend. Regardless, killing people isn't always good. So I'm going to accept the surrender. Get my bonuses. Fight Dirty got upgraded. I can get improvise more cards. And so when I improvise, I'll get 5 instead of 3. Or I'll get an upgraded card. I feel like the upgraded version is always better. What do I get? So I'm doing a discard build, and I'm doing combo. Gain 1 counter per combo, and it's a finisher. That sounds okay. Apply to impair. I like cards that cost 1 as opposed to 2. Okay, so she takes the summons from the guard. She also hates me. Oh, and she will not... Okay, so now we go back to the summoning. Hopefully I don't get a random encounter. Yay, we did it. So is Rux... Oh, no, it's Ikro. They both look the same. Okay, so now I have the option of removing cards from my deck. Could do something crazy and get rid of this Hostile Instincts. It's going to be wild. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to have any... I'm not going to have any combat except for the Hostile Instincts. So if he likes me, so I can give him 150 shills to make him love me and give my allies plus 5 health in battle. I feel it's okay. So now he loves me. So now, also the other thing that's kind of funny is I can convince him to eject patrons. I'll lose resolve if I do it, but all these characters, if I wanted, I could get kicked out of the bar. We're not going to do that yet. Okay, so completed the first mission. So now we have a bunch of other things. So I've got these limited time opportunities that I have to do now. You get to pick one of them. So I'll get a battle card if I do this, the Oshnuglu, or I have a friend in need, which I'm going to end up doing, but we'll talk about what else is going on. I have a challenging quest. I have a regular quest. I have 2 regular quests. We're going to go help the friend in need. Friend in trouble. Oh, it's Rux, my good friend. I never wait to see how it plays out. I don't think things ever go good. So now I have the options to attack Vis, the civilian laborer, or I can convince him to leave, which... Let's convince him to leave. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I really don't have any combat-related moves, which is kind of funny. So dominance increases the damage that my hostility cards, the red cards, do, but each turn it goes down by 1. So, which, like I said, my deck is super small, so I'm just probably going to play this every turn, and it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. I play... Which... The other thing, too, is... I always use the word trample, but in Magic. So if this only has 1 resolve left, or 1 health, so if I do 4 to it, the 3 is going to carry over to his core argument. All my defense moves expend, too, so my deck's going to keep getting smaller and smaller as I go through this. Yeah, I literally have 3 cards in my deck now. This is kind of funny. Not quite where I want to be yet. Oh, but see, I can get an expend, or I can get a debate card and just knock him out. Okay, so I really need to get a... Oh, I want an upgraded card. My deck consists of 4 cards. I really need Okay, so Evoke is an interesting mechanic, and I'm going to get this, even though it's not going to do anything for a second. I love this card. So it attacks her at random an argument. It does 2 damage. It's a hostility card, so it will get affected by dominance. But in order to play it, it will be played from my deck. I have to play 4 hostility cards in a single turn, which right now I only have 2. So I need to get some more, but this is the card that I want, because I want to get a bunch of them in my deck. So, and Rux loved me because I saved his life, so great. I'm very well liked. I'm loved, I should say. Okay, where are my things? Okay, so my reputation. So here, these are the people, like I have 4 that love me, I could cycle through them. I have 2 people that like me. I've helped them out. 1 person that dislikes me, and Kaishio, which she's always going to hate you. She's the villain. Get out of here. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So she wants to... She's coming to get me. This is a random event. I got lost. I'm sorry. I'm going to hand over all my money, or I can offer her a job. Let's do the job. So I can hire her, and she'll help me in combat, because she's hard on her luck. Remember this. Oh yeah, I didn't even make it to my event. So now I have a companion that likes me. So I have a new mission. Choose robbery targets. Yeah, we're doing bad stuff. Let's get some combo. So we're going over here. Oh my god, so far to walk. Okay, so we're gonna wait in the bushes, and oh, there's a contingent of Jakes, and it tells you if you hover over who they are. So I can fight these guys and rob them. If I wait, I could probably get another group. And Rano dislikes me now because of that. Again, this is another one where it's kind of like, do I want to kill these guys or not? And here's Shell, who's helping me, my Downtrodden merchant, and Gani, who we're doing this mission together. So I'm gonna impair him so he does a little less damage to Shell. We'll do this one. And they're all doing stuff. You can hover over and see what they're going to do on their turn. Usually it's... You don't try to worry about them too much. How many combo do I have? I have none. My deck is not working the way I want to. Okay, so I do that. So now I've got 2 combo, so I gain 1 counter per combo. Which doesn't do anything, so no one's going to be attacking me. When Bedlam attacks a random enemy, which is not always the best. The other thing, too, is I can defend my companions, so I can put some on her as well. Try and keep them alive. He's got evasion, so he'll dodge the next hit. Man, she just keeps getting whacked. Just for spreading out the damage. Oh, Gani was able to get rid of both his evasions. That's good. Thanks, companion. Well, I'm gonna get hit. Hit pretty hard. I'm okay with that. I don't really care what I'm discarding because I'm gonna be done with the actions on my turn. I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm gonna show you what that's like. I've gained some combo. So now he's panicked, so he's not gonna attack. He lost his action. The wound debuff makes him take more damage. 1 bonus damage. Oh, him and his evasion. Um, eventually... Oh, yeah, so I'm going to take a random person. Eventually, I'm going to not gain experience from playing cards. There's a limit to how much you can gain per turn, per combat. Okay, so we've done it. So, let's look at what I get. So I get a defense item. Yeah, I get these gaffs. I'm not crazy over them. Anyway, let's execute Rano. Oh, hash. And then I'm going to accept his surrender. Got to send the message, right? So I get the gaff. Oh, see, here's like what I'm looking for. If I discard a card this turn, this card costs 0. And this one, if it was improvised, double its damage, which is pretty hot. And then I have another card that just straight up discards a card 1 and does 5. Well, it didn't take the psionic feedback, though, because that's the payoff to having discard cards. And so now I get a reputation for violence. So I get a reputation proceeding card in my negotiation deck. At the end of your turn, accept 2 apprehensive and destroy this card. Unplayable. So... Ooh, so we can wait for another mark. Let's do it. I don't really want to fight those guys. Ooh, a merchant. What does he have? Let's do it. Interesting mission. Like I said, these don't always go the same way. And I have another person that dislikes me, so if you notice up here, I now have more people that dislike me. And I have a dead. Killed Rano. You can go through this game and literally just kill everybody if you wanted. So yeah, it's very cool. Okay, let's heal myself. These drones. So drones are immune to bleed and wound because they're robots. The question is am I going to kill this fat merchant? Oh, it gives you a grenade? Probably going to die. I'm getting wrecked. Who's attacking me? Everyone's attacking me. Might have bitten off more than I can chew here. Yeah, because I'm taking 10 damage. I mean, I've got a decent amount of health, but this game isn't the easiest. Although, like I said, I'm on a hard mission, and I've gone another round of combat, and I have a ton of wounds on me. Oh, hey, that gaff that I was joking about not being very good. Let's apply for defense and heal. Oh, and yeah, the Bedlam. So this is kind of cool. So I'm going to discard this Counter-Strike, and now my psionic feedback is free. Payoff! So the drone also being a robot, once it dies, it's just going to explode. I don't have to worry. There's no moral issues with killing machines, because they have no soul anyway. Okay, good. That'll cost you. Yep, I gotta repay him for that. Let's get the gaff again. Everyone's going for this merchant this turn. Although I'm taking 15 as well, so. Also, he does not really want to run away. He's got a lot of gumption. Not afraid of highway robbery. Cool, I'll get the psychic feedback again. Oh, also, so as I do things, I get this combo meter that goes up, the Battle Flourish, which gives me an extra card. I've purchased these in the shop. So some of them are more powerful than others, like Martial Master 2. I'm going to do the bleed one, though. Execute Flourish. So it does 10 bleed to each of them, which is kind of good. Get rid of that card that I'm not going to be able to play. I don't need defense, really, but whatever. Psionic Feedback. Boom. So they're going to take some damage at the start of their turn because of the bleeding. He's going to surrender based on their attacks. How much combo do I have? Let's improvise a card and hope one gives discard. That does not. Get some power, though. Oh yeah, he's got that debuff. Let's remove some debuffs from me. I'm taking a ton of damage here. Although I don't remember if it removes his numbers from combat yet. Yeah, so his moved away. Okay, wealthy merchants. What do we get if we kill them? Another gaff. And that grenade. I want that grenade. And I'll take his surrender, because, again, it's about sending the message. And so he hates me. This wasn't involved in the battle. He just knows that his friend was killed. I killed Daniel, the merchant. So now I have Whispered Rumors. Opponents start with an additional argument against each negotiation. So that's kind of crappy. The way that I can get rid of that boon... Here's a card that cares about combo. Draw a card, discard this card. Oh, that's another one that's a payoff. The Ghost Strike. Let's divvy up the loot and quit. And this didn't give me a bane to my deck. I get a graft reward for doing that. So these are like large augmentations. Whenever I break defense, I bleed in defense. Duplicate my first argument, I create every negotiation. And at the end of your turn, get defense equal to half your combo. That seems okay. And I can have 3 of each of those. Okay, so now I have another limited event. I can get a shrapnel grenade, or I can heal. Let's take the healing, because I'm at 31 to 76. And I get a random event. Oh, no, it's Shell. She left me because it's a nighttime. We're almost done with day 1. So... that's it. My 50 shells only got me so far. So this is kind of funny. So I can heal 15, I can heal 30 and get a tipsy card into my deck, or I can eat until I can't eat anymore, which will increase my max HP by 10, but will do 15 damage to me. So not everything is always good. I want the 30. So, and I get a tipsy battle card that just is an extra card in my deck that I have to spend an action to destroy. So that's Griftlands in a nutshell. There's more to it. Again, I'm skipping over the plot, and there's 3 characters, and there's a lot to this game. It has so much, and like I said, I played for 72 hours, and I haven't even unlocked everything. Some of the stuff, though, is the boons and banes of each character, and sometimes it's just dumb luck, whether you're going to get them to show up on missions, or find a way that you can either have them like you or hate you. I definitely recommend checking this game out. It's not an early access. It's a full, complete game, and it's worth every penny. It's just a lot of fun. Different roguelike, roguelite, completely different from Fights in Tight Spaces. More story-driven, graphically a lot different, but very cool, awesome collection, awesome game to add to your collection of titles for when you're bored and want to play on a rainy day. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.